Hi everyone, welcome to Comp 1. I'm Professor Feig, sitting in my living room. So I wanted to just talk about a couple of things. There have been a couple of questions about due dates, so I'm pretty flexible on due dates, especially with the summer, but I put them there so that you kind of get on a system and you're careful not to leave everything to the last minute. Um, so try to manage your time. You'll see that I don't really give you work on the weekends, but I know for some of you the weekends may be the only time you can catch up. So I want to talk about your first assignment. You're going to read it's part of a longer book by Ted Conover called Guarding Sing Sing. Conover is actually what we call an immersive narrative writer, meaning he immerses himself in the situation he's writing about. So he's actually been a hobo and gone on train rides across the country. He's lived on $2 a day. And for this particular book, he actually trained to be a correctional officer at Sing Sing and spent a year there. So a couple of things you need to remember when you're reading this piece. Conover, is both being authentic, explaining his situation, but he's also trying to manipulate the reader to go along with him. We're going along with him on this journey. And so you really always have to walk a fine line with believing everything he says. This is true for the form of essay we're going to be looking at this semester, this summer one. Is creative nonfiction. And creative nonfiction, the writer tends to combine fiction, so something that's not true, with truth, and then doesn't give us any idea of what one is or the other. Someone who's pretty famous at doing this is Maya Angelou. In her book, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, which some of you may have read, she combines this idea of truth with fiction and never lets the reader in on the secret. So it's something that pretty much all the writers we're going to read in Summer 1 will do. Let me talk about your first assignment. So in your first assignment, you're doing a reflection on the show 60 Days In, which I'm kind of obsessed with. So I actually gave you a link to the first season of 60 Days In. For those of you who haven't seen it, you'll see at least one episode of it and then reflect. There's a forum post question that you'll respond to. The other assignment you have is a reflective journal that asks you specifically if you think someone has to be immersed into the situation in order to write about it. And reflective journal is really like your reading diary, so don't get anxious about that. I don't look for grammatical stuff. I may comment on grammatical stuff if I consistently see it. Your reflective journal really should be your you should deliver to me something that shows me that you've read the piece, that you've responded to the prompt that's asked, and that you're concise and clear. So if for some reason I don't think you're doing it right, I'll send it back to you. If I think it's fine and I don't make a comment, that just means that it's fine. Going forward, as we start to write longer essays, I will start to make edits and comments much more. If you need anything, just feel free to email me. I am here to help you get through this. Okay, bye.